Imagine leaving everything you know behind.
The city you grew up in, the life you've built, and stepping into the unknown.
I left the UK for China. Here's how much it costs. For most people in the UK, there's still a lot of confusion about what life in China is actually like. When I tell them how modern the cities are, people are shocked. When I tell them that the prices are unbelievably low, people are shocked again. Less than £3.10 for a Michelin-recommended meal. And when I tell them that my quality of life in China is far better than the quality of life I had back home in the UK, people are really shocked. My name is Ava Reynolds. I'm 32 years old and I moved from Manchester to China in 2024. This is how much it costs and why I'm never going back. My life in the UK. The breaking point. This is the story of how I reached my limit and what happened when I finally decided to do something about it. I spent almost 10 years in London working in digital marketing. On paper, it looked like a solid career. But the reality was a different story. The lifestyle was draining, and the daily grind felt endless. Rent for a tiny studio in Zone 3? £1,450 a month. For that price, you barely get enough space to turn around. Average UK grocery bill, £61 per week. Every trip to the supermarket felt like a reminder of how expensive life had become. Council tax, £150 to £200 a month. Another bill, another dent in my paycheck. Transport, £181 for a monthly travel card. The cost of simply getting to work was staggering. Every month ended the same. Work, pay bills, recover, repeat. The cycle felt unbreakable, and I was stuck in it. And somehow, even with a decent salary, I couldn't save more than £80 to £100. It was like running on a treadmill, never getting ahead. By 2023, I felt twice my age. I was tired, burned out, and honestly, unhappy. My dreams felt further away than ever. One night, I decided to change everything. The move, fear, excitement, and a one-way ticket. It was a leap into the unknown. I applied for a teaching position in China, and within 8 weeks, I was packing my whole life into 2 suitcases. Every item I packed felt like a step toward a new beginning. But trust me, I was scared. Scared of leaving family, scared of the language, scared of culture shock. The fear was real and it followed me everywhere. Scared of being judged as a foreign woman. I worried about fitting in, about being accepted, about starting over from scratch. Scared of the 11-hour flight. The distance felt enormous and the uncertainty even bigger. But I was more scared of staying in the UK and watching my life shrink instead of grow. The thought of never changing was worse than any risk. So I boarded the flight, heart pounding, ready to face whatever came next. Sometimes, the scariest step is the one that leads to freedom. Arriving in China, I wasn't ready for this. My first city was Chengdu in Sichuan province. And I'll be honest, I didn't expect China to look like this. I expected crowded streets and chaos. Instead, I saw clean, ultra-modern subway stations, QR payments for everything, electric buses, safe, walkable neighborhoods, people exercising in parks at 10 p.m, a pace of life that felt balanced. According to the World Bank, China's Urban Modernity Index is now comparable to major EU cities. But what shocked me most wasn't the infrastructure, it was the cost. I live in a modern 2-bedroom apartment right in the heart of downtown Chengdu, surrounded by the city's vibrant energy and endless food options. Rent for this place is £340 a month, but my school covers half of that, so I only pay £170 out of pocket. Let that sink in for a second. Less than £200 for a spacious modern apartment in a major city. In the UK, the average rent for a one-bedroom flat is a staggering £1,030 per month, and that's often for much less space. My China apartment includes a big living room with plenty of natural light, a balcony for morning coffee, a full kitchen for cooking, 2 bedrooms, a washing machine, air conditioning, and 24/7 building security. And the entire place came fully furnished, so I didn't have to buy a single piece of furniture. Now, here's a breakdown of my monthly expenses living in China. Rent is £170, subway and public transport about £10. Groceries come to around £60 to £70, depending on how much I cook at home. Utilities are usually £25 to £30. Mobile data is just £6, and eating out, which I do a lot, costs between £40 and £80 a month, thanks to affordable local restaurants and street food. So all in, my total monthly spend is about £300 to £360, and that covers everything I need. For comparison, the average young professional in the UK, according to the ONS, faces a monthly living cost, rent included, of £1,450 to £2,100, which is several times what I pay here. I went from barely surviving in the UK to living comfortably in China, and honestly, I'm doing it all on half the stress and twice the peace of mind. I teach first-year university students here in Chengdu, and every day brings something new and interesting. They already speak some English, so my classes focus mostly on writing, presentations, and communication skills. It's rewarding to see their confidence grow as they practice real-world English. I work 16 hours a week, spread over 4 days, and my salary is £26,000 a year, which, goes a long way in China. The cost of living here is much lower than back home, so my money stretches further. The benefits are pretty great: free healthcare, a free annual medical checkup, subsidized rent, and free lunch at school every day, plus paid holidays, about 9 weeks a year, which gives me plenty of time to travel and explore Asia. And on top of that, I get a yearly flight reimbursement of £900, which covers my trips home or to other countries. With YouTube included, I actually save between £700 and £1,100 every month, which is more than I ever managed in the UK. In the UK, saving £1,000 a month is almost impossible unless you earn over £70,000 a year, and even then, high rent and bills eat up your income. Chengdu's subway is, honestly, one of the cleanest and most efficient I've ever used. You get English and Chinese announcements, contactless payments, security checks, air-conditioned trains, and LED screens everywhere. It's modern, safe, and easy to navigate, even if you're new to the city. A round trip costs just 2 RMB. That's about 22 pence, barely noticeable in your daily budget. Compare that to the £5.60 you spend on a single London tube ride, and the difference is staggering. No wonder China's public transport satisfaction rating is 81%, which is one of the highest in the world. People here genuinely enjoy using it. Food is, hands down, the cheapest part of life in China. Eating out is affordable and delicious. Here's what I pay. Noodles from a local shop are just £1.70. A full hot pot dinner with friends is £6 to £8. Fresh vegetables from the market are about 70 pence per bag, so eating healthy is easy and cheap. And even a Michelin-recommended meal is just £3.10. You can treat yourself without breaking the bank. Starbucks is roughly the same as the UK, so if you want a taste of home, it's always there. My monthly groceries cost about £65, and that covers everything I need for home cooking. In the UK, I used to spend that in just 1 week, so living here really lets me save and enjoy life at the same time. I feel safer in China than in any country I've lived in. UNODC data shows China's violent crime rate is 75% lower than the UK's. I regularly walk outside at night, I leave my bag on cafe tables, and people simply mind their business. As a woman, it feels peaceful. I won't pretend everything is easy though. The language barrier is real. People stare because foreigners are uncommon. VPN struggles are annoying. Homesickness hits at strange times. Some cultural habits definitely take time to understand. But you know, none of these issues outweigh the benefits. In just 2 years, I've saved enough to pay off my remaining student loan, travel across Asia, build a healthy emergency fund, start investing, and plan to buy a small beachfront apartment in Malaysia. If I'd stayed in the UK, I would still be broke, tired, and living in a cramped flat. People in the UK like to say, if you can survive London, you can survive anywhere. Honestly, forget that. If you can build a life in China, with its language, culture, pace, and scale, you can thrive anywhere in the world. China didn't just lower my bills, it gave me back my time, my freedom, and my ability to dream again. If you enjoyed this look into what life in China really costs, go ahead and like this video. It helps more people discover it. And if you're new here, subscribe to future travel tips. This channel is all about exploring real life around the world, what it costs, how people live, and the stories behind every move. So hit subscribe, and let's keep traveling smarter together.